As we get older, we look back on our lives. There are things we would wish we had done differently. And if we could only go back and change it, but we can't. Then we look forward to the short time we have left. And there are so many things we want to do. So we make a bucket list of things to do before we kick the bucket. That is, die. But is death the end of all? No, there is judgment. Heaven, hell, and purgatory. There are two classes of people. The first class goes straight to eternity at the moment of death. For them, time is no more. Unfortunately, 99 and 44/100% of these people have damned themselves to eternal misery and go straight to hell. The rest go to eternal happiness in heaven. How few there are who are pure enough to go straight to heaven. If you died right now, would you go straight to heaven? If not, you have a lot of work to do, because this is the first and foremost duty of your life, to be prepared at this very moment, and for every moment from now to the end of your life, to be ready to go straight to heaven. Straight to heaven. I pray you are not on the road to hell, but are in the second class of people if you're not ready to go to heaven immediately. Of those who are seriously trying to get to heaven, many fall short of the mark. For these people, time does not end at death, but when they leave purgatory for heaven. So let us descend in spirit to purgatory and talk to some of these people. Let us ask them, what is on your bucket list now? If you could return to earth now for another year, what would you do? And let us listen as one of them answers us. Jesus gave me 600,000 hours to become a saint, and I wasted most of these precious hours. Oh, how I wished I had used my time better. I did not even devote 1/10 of it to Almighty God. I gave God less than 25,000 hours out of my whole life, while I was dutiful to tithe to the Satan box, giving over 10%, that is over 60,000 hours of my life, to the television alone. And then I think of the money I wasted on pleasures. Money is useless here. Only alms and good works are of any value here. And how little did I do of either of these. As if my sins were not enough, I led so many into sin by the bad example of my worldly way of life. Oh, how I wish I could go back and talk to them. And how little gratitude I showed God for His many blessings, most of which I squandered. If I was God, I would have condemned myself straight to hell. But in His mercy, He saved me, and I am here now in purgatory. Let us now ask this person if there is anything he would do different if he could live his life over again. Oh yes, I would become a preacher of penance when I wasn't doing penance myself. And then he says to us, and by the way, I want to share a little story with you. When God judged me, He showed me the place I almost sent myself to in hell. I will not tell you about it. It is just too awful. But I will warn you, this place is still there in hell for one of you, if you do not heed my advice. Then God showed me the place I should have had in heaven, if only I had asked for it. He showed me a big box full of graces I never even asked for. He told me that if I had begun praying the prayer, Lord, make me a saint, I would have unlocked this box and opened it up, and He would have begun answering my prayer and sending me all these choice graces. And yes, my friends, this place in heaven is waiting for one of you, because no, it is not for me. I will not have near as much glory in heaven because I led such a useless, worthless life. I gave so little to God, just barely enough to make it here into purgatory. And for those of you who think there's a place for you in purgatory, Alas, don't expect to get this one, for I shall be here for many more centuries. This place is taken. Oh, my friends, become a saint, for it is not too late for you. It is too late for me.